Alright, so friends, welcome. We're playing the Sweet Decks in the Pro Tour. And unfortunately, MTG Melee, good old MTG Melee, right? Didn't give us this player's real name. On Melee, they're just listed as Little J. So, Little J came in 82nd place at the Pro Tour, playing this Gear Hulk kind of like artifact Selesnya aggro deck, which is pretty damn sweet. Bright Glass Gear Hulk is a really, really cool card. And we got Scrap Shooters here to take down these Quarry Steel Cutters. We got freaking Teething Wormlet, which is an awesome card. And a little bit of a package with Gear Hulk, the one Lantern, the one Haywire Mite, the one Phoenix down. Big fan of Erd Heirloom as a card in general, and really good with the Bunnicorn. And then, yeah, just some green-white beats, right? Bunnicorns and Gear Hulks. What more could you want? So this deck came in top 100 of the Pro Tour, which is a pretty impressive finish. And we're going to give it a spin and see how it goes. Cool? Cool. Brought to you by... Did I update this ad? Hold on. Brought to you by my brand new sponsor, Into the AM. And Into the AM is an awesome apparel company, been around for over a decade. And they're my newest sponsor. So happy to work with them. They make really, really great stuff. Known for their graphic tees, but they got polos and underwear, pants. They got it all on there. I recently got a hoodie from them as well. It's been my go-to hoodie, replacing my Players Champs hoodie, which is pretty crazy, right? That's the best thing ever. But they're having a big 4th of July sale from now until July 7th. You can get up to 60% off site-wide. You can also get an extra 10% off by using my link in either the chat or the description. Because they've used the link. No promo code, just use the link and it'll automatically apply at checkout. And really, really cool stuff. So check them out, Into the AM. Just great stuff. Look, I'm wearing a shirt right now, folks. Check it out. I got Spaceman. Cool stuff. Really, really high quality and comfortable too, which is huge. So chat, coming out me. Apparently the player's name is Josh Morton, according to chat. I did not verify that information to be true, but hopefully it is. And let's hopefully win some games. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Coming in. Right, Karn? Hey, Karn. Playing some Magic? You good? He's good. He's good. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's first time that followed by. My name is Jim. Pro Magic player, full-time content creator. Hi there. Hello. Welcome. Happy to have you. Here's the Karn coming to work today. Pro Tour ban video up. My thoughts on possible bans is up. Ban announcement is next week, but you see here, boom, there it is. Ban or no. Check out that video where I discuss why Monstrous Rage should not be banned. Alright, our opponent's finally shown up. Let's go. Novice Inspector. Forgot you were in Standard. Love you, though. Make a clue. Say go. Ban Mountain and Island. Rio says, been away for a while. I missed the whole Aether Drift stuff. Wanted to hear my 2 cents on the set. Thematically, the set was just stupid. But I would say mechanically, the set was pretty cool. Fun draft format. Some cool cards. Good stuff. So, if you missed it, the next set, Edge of Eternities, is going to have half the Shocklands, but a mixture of enemy and allied colors. And Edge of Eternities is going to rotate Standard. So we're going to lose the allied fast lands and all the pain lands. So it's kind of awkward, where, you know, we're going to have weird mana for a while, where a deck like Boros will have a shock land, whereas and a fast land, whereas Selesnya won't have a fast land or a dual land. So kind of weird. I really hate when Standard has mismatched basics or mismatched duels, but my guess is they wanted to put the remaining 5 shocks in the Spider-Man set and had to choose the ones that were like plausibly a thing that could happen in New York City, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. But yeah, it's really, really weird. Definitely not a fan of that. But all right, so we play Heirloom here. Haywire Mite plays around Lockdown, which is cool. We can destroy a Lockdown with the trigger of a stack. If they wait till Lorwyn to do the remaining shocks, that would suck. That would be a long time with poor lands, but where are the Blood Crypts in New York City? I don't know. Midtown? What do you? I'm just postulating, all right? All right, so they play Fenrir. They get a swamp. They say go. Untap and draw a Bunnycorn. There's still incentive for us to want to leave up mana for a possible thingy. Bunnycorn plus Heirloom's pretty sweet. All right, so we'll just say go. Summon Fenrir's really good. All right. Pro Tour Edge of Eternity is happening the week after Spider-Man pre-release. Yeah, I mean, that means cards are legal, right? That's wild. All right. Opponent's not going fast here. Hi, Karn. Say hi, Karn. Entertain the masses. Tell a joke. Hey, Karn, why'd the Bonbon go across the road with the Bake chicken? No? Not having it? Alright, fine. Okay, easy, dude. Jesus. Alright, here comes an Overlord. Fantastic.
Spawn more Overlords.
No land, so not hard casting it. It does get the counter from Fenrir, though. Here's a Restless Cottage. All right, so we are not in the domain space. We're in some sort of weird Abzan space, which is cool. Fenrir's going to go away. We're going to draw a card off of this clue. Try and set it for Gearhulk, I suppose. Sorry to hear that flip shot. Probably a Yuna deck, I would think, but... We draw Bunnycorn number 2. We can draw off Bunnycorn number 1. We're somewhat scared of a sweeper. Playing a Gearhulk. Because now we're off the lockdown as a sweeper of choice. Now lockdown isn't as threatening as like an actual sweeper is. We can't really stop that though. Let me just play a Bunnycorn and trample attack. Draw off Heirloom. I doubt they're playing Binding if they're playing Cottage. That would be a little weird. So let's attack. See what's up. Alright, we're going in for the trample. Yeah, I think Erd Heirloom is really good. I'm a big fan of this card. Certainly overshadowed by a different 2-mana artifact in that set, but... Alright, so deal 5. And draw a card. And we're going to pass turn. We're going to hold this second Heirloom, so we have Clue and Haywire Might up. And now we have Lethal with our 2 Bunnycorns. Trample, card draw. The fact that it's an artifact matters in this deck too, which is kind of cool. Again, I think Binding is not likely once they're playing Cottage. All right, here's an Overlord of the Mistmoors, sure. 2 blockers. Butt Whoopa! Resub, thanks so much. Band talks on the YouTubes. We're going to draw off a Clue. We have second Heirloom for second Trample. We draw a Lando. And a Phoenix Stone. Alright. I think we're no longer playing around, what's it called? Lockdowns. So we're just gonna jam. I think that definitely the Bunnycorns. Definitely the Inspectors. Ultima we can't beat. We just actually can't beat it, so just jam. I imagine they have a rule spell of some kind to kill one of these Bunnycorns. We're gonna go for it, but Bunny Trample. Solo, new sub, welcome. Happy to have you. Trample.
No, that's a lot of damage.
They do have Leyline Binding, but we have the Haywire Might. So, folks, this is a really cool trick. If you didn't know this trick, I'm about to teach you one. Any O-Ring style effect that wants to exile a card, if you destroy it before the trigger resolves, the card will never actually leave play. So right now we're going to kill this binding. In response, yeah, and they knew a trick. So you kill it in response. The creature never leaves the battlefield, therefore it is still attacking. I guess I'm sorry, except for that is true, except for actual Oblivion Ring.
Whoops, whoopsie.
The Banishing Light new templating of exile until it leaves. You destroy it in response, your thing stays there, and then there you go. Awesome stuff. So they are playing some sort of probably an Abzan Yuna deck, I would assume. I would say that we don't want Soul Guide Lantern. I do want another Haywire Might. Invasion of Govacon's pretty cool here. We can't really stop their sweeper effects. Reliquary is a little sketchy. I think Phoenix Down's a little sketchy too, honestly. I think we got a 1 Reliquary. We just really kind of try and kill them. I don't think trying to deal with their stuff is a great idea. Scrap Shooter's pretty good. Yeah, 1 Reliquary is fine. And then Ghost is bad. Bigger Poison's okay. Just 1 mana kill a Beanstalk or a... That's pretty bad. This is fine. Let's do this. Alright. We're gonna mulligan. Okay. Sure. It's fine. Not great, but fine. Turn 1 Verge, turn 2 Heirloom Novice Inspector. Alright, so there's a Brushland. I guess we just Brushland Inspector on turn 1, sure. Worth a point damage from me, point damage for you. Not good for us, though. We're probably going to get wrecked this game. Doesn't seem like a very good matchup for us if they have Lockdowns. Lockdown is really good against this deck, but here's an Heirloom. Say go.
Spawn more Overlords.
That's sick. Well, they found the Yuna. And they return summon Fenrir. So good. No green mana, though. We have no mana either, so... Alright, really ugly game brewing here. Both sides are not playing particularly hard. Alright. Here's an Overlord. This one gets the Yuna. And they mill over the Overlord, too. Jeez. But they have no green yet? Oh, my God. Alright, well... We gotta try and close the deal here, folks. Once they find their green mana, we are cooked. Sack a Clue. Double Inspector. Sure. Inspector. Alright, let's take out. Clues for days. Good God, don't cast a Lockdown. I gotta say, folks, a lot of early scoops.
Yay.
Like the last few days, I don't know what it is. Folks are just like fast to hit that scoop button. Unbeatable. 2 1-2s. Sure, you got it. Folks are just I don't know, tired from Magic on Vegas, or I don't know what it is, folks, but opponent mulligans. All right, hand sucks. Keep. Just please draw a card that costs less than 3. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging. Island. Talent. Alright. We draw a Gearhulk. That is not a card that costs less than 3. No one hates playing Magic the Gathering more than Magic the Gathering players. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Alright, so here's Sleight of Hand. And Mountain. We draw a Haywire Might. Interesting, because we kind of... I guess it's fun. Because in theory, we want to hold the Might for Cutter. This just lets them kill it with a Burst Lightning or something like that, but we have Trap Shooter anyway, so... Alright, they're attacking. I almost like blocking. And seeing if they cast a spell or not. If they cast a spell, just kill the talent. If they don't, just trade. That's awesome. I love that trade. Gain 2 life. We have Scrap Shooter for the thing. Here's a Drake Catcher, but no lands. They have 4 spells in their hand. That's not great for us. Sentinel does not block Hatcher super well if they have a range. That's pretty bad for us, but... Alright, what are you going to do? Play Sentinel, say go. They're probably going to attack, and then we're going to go deep in the Sadness tank.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So they have Rage. It's just we just trade Sentinel for Rage. And they deal 2, 3, 4. They actually deal no trample damage. Let me just block. This is fine. Trade Sentinel for Rage. Just a normal amount of Rage. Torch the tower. Sure, that's fine too. Sure. Not the end of the world, honestly. Now we Gear Hulk, which is also a big boom boom. Missed the land drop again, so no Rage here. No Spell Pierce here. We're going to go get, I would say, probably a Reliquary and maybe a Wormlet. So we have Reliquary and one Wormy Boy. Okay. They have a Flood Maw here, so I thought to use it or not. Looks like they don't. Bouncing a Gear Hulk, not so good. The Lighthouse? What is happening? What is going on? I don't understand. No, what's my magic with me? Like, I just don't get it. What's happening?
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
I don't get it. Like, people just don't want to play Magic these days. What? YouTube comment of a day, Twitch chat of a day. Tell me, why do folks not want to play Magic with me? Do I smell? A little, but I didn't shower today because I'm going to shower tonight because I'm playing basketball tonight. So I'm a little stinky today, right? I'm sorry. It's just what do you want from me, right? All right. Nobody wants to work anymore. All right. So we're going to bring in what? Shelter by Ghost is pretty good. Invasion of Govicon, not good. Authority is pretty good too, I think. Soul Guide Lantern, not good. Phoenix Down seems pretty meh. Reliquary seems pretty good. Pick your poison. Haywire Might. It's fine. I would say the Heirloom seems less important in this matchup. We just don't really need the trample effect or the ramp. It's a little slow. Do you want second Haywire Might? Kellen's kind of... we have Scrap. We have a ton of ways to deal with a... This is fun. Ton of ways to deal with the Cutter, so... Alright. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but we're going to keep it. No Lantern. They get spells back from the graveyard. That is not a primary function of their deck. Bringing a Lantern would be a mistake, I believe. Alright, Peculiar Lighthouse is here. Here's Corey Steelcutter. Alright, they're going to get a Cutter turn. Kind of stinks, but... We can Sentinel and then Reliquary the Cutter next turn. Land scoop in this game early. Alright. Sure. That's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna go... We draw another Reliquary? Yeah, I mean, sure. We're like kind of okay here. Sack the map. Hit a Cutter. Like, if their hand's like the stones from this point out, sure, but... We have Sentinel second Reliquary. That's pretty good. This deck's been pretty cool so far. Alright. What do you got, French? A talent. So this is fine in that we can at least block. And... take a little bit. Sure. So deters these attackers. Take 4. We now get to Sentinel and Reliquary again. Wormlet. That'd be great, but I should attack first, whatever. Actually, you know what? Nah, it's still right to play the Sentinel. Attack with Sentinel. Get another map. Play Reliquary. Now, the problem here is that having 4 Prowess Wombats in play is pretty horrifying. If they have any reasonable mix of spells, they're probably still dead, but... Just gonna hope it all goes to plan. That's not part of the plan.
It's over. We lost again. Let it go and accept the truth that we is dumb.
We're not dumb.
Dumb as hell.
You're winning a lot, actually. All right, that's fine. All right, good draw. Game 3. Good draw on the play against our kind of mediocre draw. No problem. So, we're on the play for game 3. Reliquary was pretty good against... I mean, we have the Scrap Shooters and the Sheltered by Ghosts. This is fine. Run this back. All right, on the play for game 3. And our hand... Oh, no. No, don't double planes me. Why you gotta do this to me, huh? Come on.
Give me what I want! That's not what I want! Give me what I want!
Sure. Alright, fine. Keep this. We have Shelter by Ghost Bunnicorn, which is pretty good. I guess we're gonna dump one of the 3s. We really want this Sentinel to go with the Bunnicorn. I guess it's Scrap Shooter. Alright. I love it. All I can say is that my hand is pretty plains. Wormlet? That's a great draw. Go into Wormlet. This is pretty good. Now you get to go Sentinel, Map, set up for Sheltered by Ghosts. We'd like to put Sheltered on the Bunnicorn, but we'll see if we can get there or not. Here's Sleight of Hand. So no Quarry this turn, which is great. What do I think about Quicken and Ultima in Standard with stock up and Azorius Control Shell? Is Quicken in Standard right now? Was Quicken in, like, Foundations or something like that? I love Quicken. I played a lot of Quicken back in the day. I don't think the card's like insanely good or anything, but... Alright. If I were to go Bunnicorn Sheltered by Ghosts, it would be... How big? It would be a 4/4, a 5/4 with Ward. I don't think it is, but... Otherwise, I'm playing Sentinel, and I guess mapping onto Wormlet. We really want this Bunnicorn to be safe. Floodmaw is also a issue. I think we should do the Bunnicorn play. Let's tap this, though. Just tap our mana, right? Give me a white. Here's the Bunnicorn. We don't need Shelter by Ghost to be insane. We should, like, we kill the token, attack for 1, and now, like... They need to remove this Baneslayer, which costs them their entire turn, and we're still in great shape. Quicken not in Standard, yeah. Alright, well, they've got some sort of removal spell here, it looks like. That's okay. Here's Sentinel. And... That was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. The bunnies. The bunnies. There's Razorverse Thicket. Like to see that. Like to see that. Karn, are you a Bunnicorn? Deck's giving you false hope. Deck seems good. There we go. Alright, so, Warden come on down. Probably go double 1-drop. I should put this in a 1-drop, so we'll see what they do. Flood Farm Verge, Gobakon. I want a Gobakon here. I want to know what's up. Gobakon. And they are playing Abuelo's Awakening. So, how are we going to deal with this Omniscience deck? Taking Abuelo's. So, like, we take Dragonstorm. This is their way to put Omni in the graveyard. They don't have it yet, though. Making the Abuelos cost 6 is somewhat relevant. They have bluish play planes. Stock up's great too. Soul Guide Lantern. Soul Guide Lantern's good. Yeah. So let's just actually take the Abuelos, I think. Maybe you know what? Maybe it's stock up. We take stock up. They go Dragonstorm, and then if they spike an Omni, we just Soul Guide Lantern it. We play Lantern anyway. I like that. I think stock up's best here. I think we have their hand beaten at the moment with the Lantern, so we just take stock up, and then we're gonna attack the battle with the intent to flip it next turn. So they go Dragonstorm, discard Omni. Discard Omni, come on. Discard that Omni, let's go. Here it comes. Omniscience. No. That's fine. Draw Bunnicorn, sure. Here's Bunnicorn. We're gonna get this thing into play around Spell Pierce, so play Lantern. Exile Dragonstorm. Pump it up. Oh, it's 3, I'm an idiot. Why am I thinking it's 2? I'm a moron. I guess I was thinking about it tapping itself. So I can't attack the invasion if you want to get an invasion hit in. That's awkward. Bad part is also a lockdown deck, which is pretty devastating. Lockdown does seem absurd against this deck, which is pretty terrifying because, you know, lockdown's played pretty heavily. Do you want to pump the Warden or stack the invasion? I think stack the invasion. Alright, there you go. Please don't cast temporary lockdown. Don't ruin our day. The splash damage this deck hits from lockdown is pretty bad. Definitely a count against it. Scarlet Plains, sure. Untap. I mean, we're shoving all in here, so... here's a Bunnicorn. You have to sacrifice. Alright, so attack you. Attack this. 15. We have lethal, like, next turn. Here's the array. I think it's Spell Pierces, actually. That's true. I forgot about that.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
I guess it's still fine. Like, it's kind of whatever. But definitely forgot about that interaction. You are casting a spell when you flip, so that's fine. Fair 15. So you missed out on two pluses. You missed out on the buff there, too. Yeah, we should probably not attack that. That's on me. It's my bad. Untap. Draw Gear Hulk. Yeah, we're just shoving. Lander does need to tap. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Temporary Lockdown is a really, really powerful card. It is a card that is, in some ways, necessary to fight back against Steel Cutter and decks like that are super low to the ground. But at the same time, it's like really oppressive for decks like this, which is like aren't particularly unfair. So, not sad to see Lockdown rotate. Also not sad to see Cutter Band and open the format up a little bit. All right, here we are. Here's an Archaeologist. It's Lockdown or bust here, folks. No lockdown. Are we gonna survive? Are we gonna survive? Yes, we are.
Bingo!
All right.
Does not seem like a very good matchup for us, but we'll take it. Here's the Invasions of Gobakon. Here's Haywire Might. Here's Ghost Vacuums. Taking out the Reliquaries. So I'm gonna leave one Reliquary as a removal spell. Taking out Phoenix down. Scrap Shooter seems a little iffy. And honestly, Heirloom's kind of skipping it, iffy too. Pick your poison, no. I like the one Reliquary. Anywhere I might Wormlet Vacuum. We have like the problem is we have a few good things going on. Do you want Pick Your Poison or I guess Scrap Shooter is good against it's not great against Lockdown, but it's fine. I'm gonna bring that back in. Honestly, Heirloom I think is the weakest link here. We don't really need the ramp that bad, and the trample's not very important either. It feels like just answering Lockdown is the most important thing by a wide margin. So I can see cutting a Gear Hulk. Nah, that's fine. Who would win, the most powerful enchantment in the universe, or a couple of bunny rabbits? Hand's great, keep. Alright. Yeah, let's put this back there. Why are you sorry for a big comment there, mister? The comment box is there for you to comment in. You can leave as long of a chat or as a comment as you want. Type to your heart's content. Discard Omniscience. Nice Soul Guide Lantern, Jim. Thanks. So we can do that next turn. So we're going to bunny this turn, right? Let's get the old bunny in play. We have a lockdown here. It sucks, but it's not the end of the world. It's just two for one. So flood that chat. Go nuts. All right, land 3. They have a lockdown. The bad thing here is that they tuck their own Dragonstorm under lockdown. It's like pretty scary because it's more value for them when we kill it. Discard not another Omniscience. All right, so we can Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, we're just gonna Lantern the Omniscience and cast another bunny. And if they have lockdown, so be it. We just have Scrap Shooter for it. Getting the Omni here is huge. Play a bunny. I guess Heirloom would have drawn a card, but I want to kill them. I'm more concerned with showing lethal than anything else. Yeah, so never mind. We would have gotten absolutely blown out by this dispersal. So they bin a card. They take 1. And we say go. Next turn can be Heirloom into Bunicorn. Play a tap land, which is pretty good. Okay. Alright, we're doing our stuff. Spell Pierce here would be nasty. Alright, well, better luck than good. Alright. Coming in for a shot. Here's a Coil and Catch. Draw 3, discard 1. Discarding a Archaeologist? That's kind of weird. Archaeologist seems fine here, right? Just like a blocker for these things. So I think they found the lockdown, if I had to guess. Okay, so I was right. They found the lockdown. We have Scrap Shooter. It's okay. The problem is they're going to get the double Dragonstorm off of the thing, so. Alright, well, I think we're probably in trouble this game, but see what happens. Here's an Archive. They have another lockdown. We're definitely in trouble. Alright, well, we're just going for it, so. Here's Scrap Shooter. I give you this gift of a card. They get many more cards. Soul Guide Lantern, Exiles, Dispersal. So they get to draw 4 more cards. So pretty likely they find another lockdown. You're putting your own shit under lockdown is like so busted. Alright, make a clue. The question here is, do we just jam? If they apply another lockdown, you probably can't win anyways. We're just gonna guess this. So they go. Alright, and now I'm gonna turn around and assume everything goes to plan. Like a Bond villain, everything's gonna be fine. They're gonna play some card draw spells, and they're not gonna play a lockdown, and they're gonna pack it in, and we're gonna go to our victory dance. Damn it! Okay. Sure. That's a lot of cards. They got a lot of cards here. I mean, it's not like that was pretty likely they were going to have that there. So we draw an Inspector. All right. I guess I could have fired the Prairie here and just gone for lethal in 2 turns, but let's clue. All right. Well, it's not good. All right. I mean, Prairie plus Scrap Shooter is lethal next turn.
Spawn more Overlords.
Okay. That's not like the end of the world. Putting an Overlord of the Mistmoors under a Dusk Rose Reliquary is kind of asking for it. Maybe just Scrap Shooter again. Actually, wait, we can Scrap Shooter to get all of our stuff back, but they also draw a bunch of cards, and we don't deal with the problem of the Overlord. So many cards in hand. I'm going to get the Reliquary and be sad about it. We scrap the Overlord, they just draw another card. Yeah, it's getting the thing better. I don't know. Shooter. Alright, let's do that. Draw a card, attack. Double block the scrap shooter. No trample here, right? So many cards in hand. Dictator for Hire says, this is a combo deck and a major part of the metagame. How insane would it be to include some Stonebrains? Stonebrain is not a good Magic card. We just lose to their Overlords and Dragons. Stonebrain is only a card you want to bring in if you don't currently have a good plan against the combo deck. So no duresses or counterspells or whatever. And their combo is so linear that the Stonebrain will actually be effective. So here's a Meringue River Regent. They're at 6. We're like 1 off of killing them, like 2 different ways. They probably have a dispersal, but all right. So we can Gear Hulk here. We can Gear Hulk. We can go get the Reliquary, and we can get a. Sorry, we actually just get Haywire Might. Just get Haywire Might, say go, and leave it up for the lockdown. I actually like that a lot. Let's get Haywire Might, and is there an Omni in the graveyard? There's not. Haywire Might, and look at the Reliquary too, I think. Just like cast Haywire Might, say go. So now we end step to get back all of our shit and kill them. And if they don't, if they deal with the might in some way, we can Reliquary, sack Inspector, fire up creature land attack for lethal. Here's a Dragon Storm, sure. And if they go for the Omni, we can destroy lockdown in response. Stock up. Okay.
Poor predictable Bart. Always takes rock.
Okay.
Here comes the money.
You got this game, folks. I think you got this game. So Omni's in the graveyard. We just can kill lockdown in response and get back our Soul Guide Lantern. So I think we're good here. Yeah, they're gonna Abuelos back an Overlord. They're just dead. This
How did this happen?
bring it all back. Dragon Storms, Soul Guide Lantern. Target the Mistmores. I don't care. Do your stuff. Whatever. See if I care. I got bunnies. Bunnies, they say.
After it was all over, he took us in the house to serve his pancake.
I don't know how he won that game, but I will take it. We are cruising with these Pro Tour decks, folks. 3-0. This deck's kind of sweet, honestly. Like, pretty good stuff. You know, seems to have an okay matchup against the Cutter decks. I would imagine Omni's a really bad matchup. We pulled that one out somehow. And definitely a little weak to lockdown. Want to be aware of Haywire Might and friends being able to answer by lockdown. But this is some cool stuff. That is sweet. And if you missed some of the stream, we've been playing all these Pro Tour decks. We've been absolutely crushing with them. So, and all the non-Prowess, non-Mono Pro Tour decks. So really cool stuff. Love seeing the best deck builders in the world do their thing. So more to go on stream. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.